Hey there, today's video is going to be about 3-point lighting. If you don't know what that is, this is going to be perfect for you. Okay, so I've got a couple of friends along today to help me with this bit of 3-point lighting tutorial. Here's Dan and Phil. If you don't know who they are, just go Google them, you'll find out quick enough. Now, with Dan and Phil here, I've got a bit of an experiment to do on the desktop. I couldn't be bothered setting up my big lights and everything for this because that was just going to take ages and ages, so I thought I'd use them and I'd make some small lights. So let's go and do some construction stuff. Well, that's worked out really well, so we're going to be able to light Dan and Phil. We've got a couple of these neat little light stands we've made here. It even goes up and down with a little screw on the side so I can raise them, and it tilts up and down, and they even work. So that's pretty brilliant. I've got those, and for a third light we've got the super clamp on a small tripod stand and a torch in here, which is pretty good, and I can adjust this torch for a wide or narrow beam. That makes it perfect to use as a backlight for this. So let's get into that and set this up. Rightio, so what we've got here is we've got Dan and we've got Phil. I've got 3 lights, one here, and one all the way over behind them there. This is going to be our key light, this is going to be our fill light, and the one up there behind them is of course the backlight. The key light is the one that is dominantly gives you light for the camera. So here you can see that there is providing a lot of light up on the front of Dan and Phil. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that in a little bit and pull it to the side so that instead of just shining straight onto them, it's giving some shape. So what we're doing is we're ending up here by getting them really bright over on one side and not so bright on the other side. Now to balance that out and have some control over that contrast, what I'll do now is I'll turn on the fill light. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce how much of that by turning it around is actually on them. As you can see, if I have it directly on them, it's putting a lot of light on this side, and you're basically just getting a flat image of white, no shape in it. If I bring it round a bit and then dim that off, you can see that it's just sort of spilling a wee bit down on the side of them. And that's what we want to do, is we just want to bring it up a little bit so that there's some texture in there, and rather than having it completely contrasty. There you go, I've just put my hand over that light, you can see it going on and off. If I turn this other light off again, what the total result of just the fill light is doing. So there you go, it's away and it's in, it's away and it's in. Okay, I'll put both of those lights back on them so you can see what the result of that is. And now I'm going to turn on the backlight. What the backlight does is it gives you some separation between the subjects and what's on screen. I'll just turn that off again and on again a couple of times. Actually, that flash was quite useful because you can see where it's flashing around them. And there you go. So you can see it gives you that halo effect up and around the two characters there. Now if I turn the key light and the fill light off again, and that just shows you what the backlight does and why it's there. The other thing you might do with if you had another light was to use that to light up the background over here. Put some shape or texture or something like that into the background if you wanted to. But I think you can see the idea of it, and that it shows up some of the things that are up and behind the characters. So there you are, that's the basics of 3-point lighting. I hope that's been useful to you. Now what I'd really like to see is for you guys to go and use this information, get some lights, set up a 3-point lighting thing for your own videos or your own photography, have a bit of a play with it and see how it works. Get that good key light going, get that good fill light going, and control the contrast. That's what that's all about, is controlling contrast, and have that good backlight going so that it really pops out and separates your figure from the background. Anyway, I hope you've really enjoyed this. I hope it's been useful. If you want to see more things like that, do let me know. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down here and the notification bell as well. And click on like just to show that you like the video. Actually, click on like so that YouTube knows you like the video. That's the main thing, and I'll get more of these done. If you've got any other questions about lighting or the 3-point lighting or the gear, have a look in the links below in the description, but also leave any questions you want in the questions below here as well. All of these right down here, scroll down a little bit and you'll see them, all these questions that other people have asked. I'll come back and answer them, and I'll maybe even put together another video for those. Okay, I hope that's been good for you. I'll see you later on. Go and create something.